How to teach your dog to enjoy the Hoover. This is the same method regardless of if your dog is afraid of the Hoover or whether, like Zilla, they just get very excited, they want to try and play with it. Step 1, build association. To begin with, you're going to have the Hoover off and you're literally just going to move it around, play with the wires, put the front down, take out the side handle, anything basically that you're going to end up doing when you're actually hoovering. You need to click often, and you're not waiting for any kind of specific behaviour like a sit or a down, just so long as they're not reacting either fearfully or too excitedly with the Hoover. So you can see here, even though that Zilla's following the Hoover when I move it around, I'm still clicking and treating him because he's not bouncing around and barking at it. Step 2, turn it on. So the extra noise generally makes the dog react a little bit more. So simply click a little bit more often to begin with, just for the noise itself, and then you can start moving it around. Remember, again, you want to click quite often to begin with. Just push it forwards, click, bring it back, push it forwards, click, bring it back. Step 3, increase criteria. The side handle was Zilla's adversary. Every time you had to get it out, that was what made him bark and dance around and get upset. And you can see here he's starting to get a bit more agitated, he's starting to get a bit more excited, because he thinks it's a game, he thinks it's something is fun, it's coming towards him, so he has to bark at it and run around with it. So if at any point, even if it's back in step 1, if your dog reacts, whether they bark, whether they try and attack it, just turn it off, fold your arms, turn your back to them. If they keep attacking the Hoover, just walk out of the room. You're only looking for about 3 seconds of silence, then come back in and go right back into the training, start doing your clicking and treating. You can see here that because Zilla did react to the sidearm, that I stopped the Hoover, turned my back, and now I'm building up the association. So I've gone right back to step 1 with the sidearm. And once he starts to do better, so he's not so bothered by it, I'll then turn the Hoover on and then continue through that. Now it's important to keep going through this as long as it takes for them to get comfortable with the Hoover itself. Don't think that just because one time you're able to Hoover the room, that the next time you put the Hoover out you're not going to need to have your treats on you. I would do this every time you Hoover for at least 3 or 4 weeks, but just start clicking less and less and less, so they have to behave better for longer and longer and longer each time. But I would do it per Hoovering session.